Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a very long awaited Marketing 101 video. This is the big one, so this is where I answer all the questions that you guys asked on my last video on Snapchat and on Instagram, and essentially I'll be covering off everything you ever wanted to know about a career in marketing. So whether you're studying marketing and looking to go into it after you graduate, or whether you are working in another field and want to transition over into a career in marketing, I'm going to be answering loads of questions from my subscribers and from lots of you guys as well, so please keep watching. So I'm going to use my phone as I no longer have a laptop, but I think this will work quite well because all the questions should be on the video that I posted. The first question is, would economics at A-level help with marketing? Really good question. Now, I actually studied economics at A-level, and I think it was a good financial background to just how the business world works and how decisions are made in the economy. I think it's relevant knowledge if you want to keep yourself broad enough to really understand the business side of marketing, but I would say that you can kind of take it or leave it. I think marketing is a career where you don't necessarily need a specific A level. I think you just need good general subjects and good grades in those. So that's that. The next question is, what is the best and worst part of your job? So best part of my job, I would say, is sending out email campaigns, funny enough, and getting really creative and writing copy for those and thinking up really interesting subject lines or concepts, because that really gets me sort of in the creative mood. The worst part of my job, I would say, is reporting. So as a marketeer, if you run a campaign, you've got to do a lot of reporting just so you know how the campaign performed and you know what to change or improve on for the next time you run that. So reporting can be a bit dull at times, but it's a necessary evil. The other worst part, I would say, is events. I hate organising events, which I would say is quite a key part of a marketing executive's role, especially if you have a broad role. But yeah, it just takes so much work and so much time, and it can be quite tiring and time consuming and sometimes a bit thankless, if I'm honest. So someone asked, do you think a degree beyond a bachelor's is necessary for financial success within the field? No, not at all. I would say, so I only have a bachelor's degree in marketing, and that's done me well. I think it's all about experience and getting a varied sort of set of roles on your CV and skills that you've built up that will ultimately increase your earning potential in marketing. So you don't necessarily have to have a master's degree or a PhD in it to study it. I'm sure it helps from a theoretical perspective, but marketing is a really practical career path, so it's not what you know, it's how you apply it, basically. Somebody asked, hi, I'm curious as to what an average day looks like in marketing client side. So I'm client side, I've been agency side. Client side, I guess, average day, I would kind of go in and check my emails, get through any urgent tasks for the day. I would then, if I have any email campaigns running, I would go in and check the results to see how they're performing, or if I'm looking to set a campaign up, I would do that sort of first thing in the morning. There tends to be a lot of meetings, so we do a lot of our marketing through partners. So I tend to have either face-to-face meetings with partners or like telephone, like conference call meetings. So there's that. If you work as part of a team, you'll likely have a team catch up at some point in the start of the day or middle of the day or whatever, whenever you schedule that. Your day could also involve, if you are one of a small marketing team, could involve sort of scheduling some social media posts. You might be working on some events, so there might be some logistics to navigate there, so sending stuff to the venue or creating collateral. So working with designers is something that you would do quite a lot in marketing if you're making new flyers or new adverts. And working with a lot of agencies. So we have, so in my role, we have a lot of agencies that we work with to help with our website, search engine marketing, social media, any videos that we're working on. So yeah, so there would be an element of liaising with loads of different agencies, but that is what a typical day looks like, I'd say. Lots of emails though, definitely lots of emails. Oh, good question. Does age matter when starting a new career in marketing? Absolutely not. Marketing is a career that is really all about your experience and what skills you have and what campaign success you've had and what marketing software you know how to use. So it doesn't matter how old you are, as long as you can display a good cross set of skills, and you've worked in, you know, a similar marketing role, or you've got some training or you've got a professional qualification behind you, then it doesn't really matter. You could be whatever age you want. But I would say if you're coming into marketing from a totally different field, do either a CIM or a diploma in digital marketing, or some other professional qualification that basically gives you the grounding to then transition into doing something totally different. Most employers will want experience, so if you're coming in fresh, at least if you've got that, they can sort of build on that with sort of real world work experience. Someone asks, do you think going to uni will better your chances of having a successful career in marketing? Yes and no, depends on what path you take, to be honest. I can't say either way that you'll be better off. A lot of people do apprenticeships and they kind of get through their desired career path that way, and then you don't have the thousands and thousands of pounds debt that you would have built up if you just went to uni. And then a lot of people do degrees, and if they get a really good degree from a really good university, they're more likely to get really good graduate jobs in marketing. So I don't think it matters either way. Sometimes it's who you know that's really important. So if you've got really good connections in the industry, or you've managed to get into a role via an apprenticeship or an internship scheme, then stay in contact with those people, because ultimately you could really get a job out of it. Someone asked, after finishing my SIM qualification, what jobs can I apply for, as I will be new to marketing? Thank you. So to be honest, it really depends on what you want to do. Marketing is really broad. You could do something in advertising, you could do something in digital marketing, you could do something in social media marketing, you could do something in email marketing, you could be in events or events marketing, you could be in a role that combines all of those things. So to be honest, the sky's the limit, really. I would say look into lots of all the different areas that you can kind of go into with the marketing qualification, and just pick the one which best suits your skill set and which best suits what you're really interested in. But most marketing roles will include a combination of 2 or 3, if not more, of the above. So someone asked, I have applied for international business to study at university. Can I still work in marketing with this? Also, are there any marketing careers that are international, meaning quite a lot of travelling? Marketing's an interesting one. To be honest, I find that salespeople tend to travel more than marketing people, unless your agency side and your clients are international. I found that I haven't done a lot of travel that's not domestic travel, so I travel throughout the UK because our organisation works with a lot of trade associations who are dotted around different parts of the country. So that's why I get to travel if we're meeting with them. But other than that, there's not really international travel involved. I guess it depends on the type of industry you're in. Let's say you're in the travel industry, for example. There might be some element of travel involved, or if you're in the hospitality marketing industry and your sort of thing that you're marketing is hotels or things like that, maybe there might be some travel involved. But I found in my what is it now, almost 9-year marketing career, I haven't ever done international travel, sadly. But yeah, as far as applying to do international business, yeah, I think that is a good enough intro into marketing. I think anything with a business grounding or with a marketing grounding, or maybe psychology or English, really good degrees as far as marketing, or really good subjects as far as marketing is concerned, because they're relevant topics. So someone asked, I am currently in my final year studying marketing. I'm looking to work on the agency side. What is the best way to get a job in this area? Tough one. Apply for loads of jobs. I actually got my first job, which was my first marketing job, which was in an agency through a recommendation from a friend. So my really good friend's sister was friends with the HR manager for the agency that I then went to work with. So she managed to get me in for an interview. She passed on my CV. I went in for an interview and got the job after that, which was just sheer luck. It's about who you know. So I would say start building a strong network of contacts, whether that's through LinkedIn or through forums or here on YouTube. I don't know if there's other marketers that you can kind of connect with in any sort of groups and stuff and network that way. LinkedIn is a really good way to network, and there's so many groups and discussions that you can join, and you never know what you're going to find in there. So I'd say if you don't know anyone working at an agency, just keep applying and eventually something will come up. Someone asked, what or how are the best ways to get your first marketing job? Networking? That's a question. And how do you know which marketing job is right for you? And another question is, what are employers looking for other than your marketing degree on your resume? So, best ways to get your first marketing job: get your CV up online. I really am a big fan of jobsite.co.uk. It's so easy to use, so user friendly, and there's so many roles posted on there. A lot of other people use Indeed or Reed, and then there's like specific marketing ones. There's like onlymarketingjobs.co.uk or .com. So those would be my recommendations. Get your CV up online so that recruiters start contacting you and, you know, finding out what your position is and looking for jobs for you. Also, make sure your LinkedIn is up to date. I cannot tell you how many job opportunities have come to me through LinkedIn. Where I am now, that was as a result of LinkedIn. So get your LinkedIn up to date. That is the best way to be found, and the best way to find a job is just to apply. There's no secret formula, I'm afraid. I always say that for every 60 jobs I applied for online, I got one interview, and that's kind of the average that I'm working to. When you're in a job, it's a lot easier than that. For some reason, when you're in a job, jobs just kind of job opportunities come at you. But I would say it's so easy to apply for jobs online that you can rack up about 30 or so applications in a day easily. Networking, absolutely. Get on LinkedIn, as I mentioned before. What are employers looking for other than your marketing degree? To be honest, most employers aren't even necessarily looking for a marketing degree. They're just looking for relevant marketing experience. So if you've got a volunteer, work for free, do a paid internship that like pays you peanuts, do it. And it just gives you some lines on your CV and some skills that you can use to kind of build on your experience. So someone asked, I'm in my first year in a media business program. My goal is to work in a field related to advertising, marketing or brand planning. What advice would you recommend for me to stand out in creating my resume once I reach my 4th year? Making your resume stand out. I would definitely say that when you get down to facts and figures, people really start to sit up and take notice. So if you've worked on any marketing campaigns, I don't know if you would have if you're still studying, or anything similar that could be closely related to marketing, I would put down the results of that. So if it's an email that you sent out that got a really high open rate or click-through rate, great, put that down. If you averaged a certain open rate or click-through rate for your emails, put that down. Or whether it's like web advertisements, or whether you hosted an event and it got loads of registrations and loads of people actually attend, put that down. Like, put down numbers. I think what us as marketeers tend to forget to talk about is the numbers, and I think a potential employer would really stand up and take notice if you had proof in results form of like the success of your campaigns, because that tells them, okay, so this person has actually got into a good rhythm of running campaigns and they're getting really good results. So I am halfway through my CIM level 4 and set to finish this year. Congratulations. I currently work as a digital marketing assistant at a speaker company. Really good. And I'm worried my age, 28 last November, will affect future jobs. Did I get in too late? What would be your advice? Absolutely not. I'm also 28 and I am working as a marketing executive, so like you're right, like there's no age limit here. I think just keep up to date with trends and that keeps you young, I guess, as far as your career is concerned. So I would say you absolutely didn't get in too late, and because you're in I think you're working as a digital marketing assistant, you're in a marketing role now, so you're likely building up your experience. So the best thing you can do right now is ask for exposure into loads of different types of projects. Honestly, even if you're just kind of shadowing someone or like actually getting stuck in or doing some of the heavy lifting stuff, like whether it's envelope stuffing or, you know, flyering at an event, whatever it is you need to do, do it, and then you can put it down on your CV, and that will get you the next step up to hopefully like a I guess you would be a marketing executive would be the next level up. What are some hard skills that someone might want to acquire that they might not learn in university?